Hi, welcome to the Red Panda Club. I'm Red, and I like making little Lego figures. Today, let's build Lucy. Now, every Geobot needs a pair of good, strong legs to stand on. So I went for a pretty simple design with these. Basic CCBS. Each leg is 4 pieces, and the more astute of you would have noticed by now. Yes, every single one of these pieces is completely fake, but quite frankly I'm broke, and this is what I had on me at the time. And here we build the hips. The hips are incredibly important, but we'll see why a little later on in the video. As we start building Lucy's upper torso, we must keep in mind that she is female, and her chest therefore needs to reflect that. And to that end, I have done absolutely nothing to apply any kind of feminine shaping, aside from add this kind of triangle looking thing that I think looks like a cowboy's necklace. And here we start assembling the thing that was in the background of the previous couple of builds, and the reason for that is because it was actually built first, but I decided that it was weird to build the backpack before the actual back it attaches to, and decided to use the magic of video editing to change the pacing. Now, this is an incredibly dishonest thing for me to do, but what can I tell you? The internet is a strange, cruel, unpredictable mistress of lies and deceit, and I'd rather you learn this lesson from me. Now we can connect the torso to the hips and the backpack to the torso. I mentioned earlier in the video how important the hips would be a little later on, and you're about to find out why. Turns out it's pretty difficult to stand up when you don't have legs, and it's very difficult to attach legs to a torso that doesn't have hips. So the hips serve as a wonderful way for the legs to connect to the torso without adding any strange proportions. Another important thing to add are arms. As it turns out, it's roughly as difficult to pick things up without arms as it is to walk without legs. So naturally, arms are quite important. As you can see, I've built one of them beforehand because I forgot to hit the record button, but we'll say it was intentional so as to save some time. attaching the arms to the torso, it's time to work on the head. Now the head is an incredibly important factor of any Geobot, because without the Geobot head, it would just be any other buildable action figure. Which is fine, but I'm guessing most of you clicked on this video either because you're curious about what a Geobot is, or because I asked you really nicely. You can get pretty creative with the hair, ears, headdresses, or male pattern baldness of your own Geobot, but for this one, I decided lop ears and lovely green bangs would be perfect. With the head attached, we can see that I've left the upper arms pretty bare. To remedy this, I've scratched out a couple parts that I think might work and chucked them onto my workspace for testing. I first tried this silver armor assembly, but it looks too smooth for what is a very rocky and mossy seeming figure. Next I'll try this grey design with a clip at the top which kinda reminds me of the Tahoe GWP, but I decide not to go for it because the colors just don't match. I eventually settled on this kind of weird build that I'm probably gonna change later, but that I think is good enough for now. But of course I don't have another slope piece in that color, so we're gonna have to lean into the asymmetry found in the legs and say I did it on purpose. can see, Lucy's arms can be removed and replaced with any other Geobots' arms. Here she is with Sebastian's arms. Honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. This reminds me of those old Bionicle sets from the early 2000s, where you could customize different parts of their bodies in whatever way you wanted. You could take the arms of Taku and replace them with the arms of Gali, and all of a sudden, boom, new character. Or new arms, at least. With that out of the way, I'd say we're all done here, and we can move on to our glamour shots. If you want to see the rest of the Geobots in the first wave, take a look at the rest of the channel. There are 4 other videos waiting for you, and I'm so excited for you to see them. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.